Thank you for coming in and joining this Dreamer's Quest series that I'm a part of here. I'm very excited that you're here. I want to help people find their path to loving their life and living their legacy and doing it right now, doing it today. And that's what the Dreamer's Quest series is all about. I want to help people discover the hidden gems that is within their hearts and their lives. I want to help you come alive and not to just go through life day to day in an ordinary existence, and you just kind of go from place to place and go to work and come home and do it again the next day, and just living your life in a routine and mundane way. I want you to experience what it means to really love your life and to live your legacy today. Really, what is the Dreamer's Quest? Well, it is that path. It is that way of getting to that spot where you can say, I love my life and I'm living that legacy and I'm doing the things that I want to do, and I am stepping into the fulfillment of who I am and finding that meaning and purpose in life. And I want to help you do that today. Now, nerd alert, I'm a nerd. I'll admit it, and I make lots of references to movies and to television and different things like that. And I have this one show that I'm hooked on. I can't help it. It's the Mystery of Oak Island. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but you have these two brothers, and they have an investment group, and they're out going up into Canada to an island off of Nova Scotia up there, and they found this back in the I believe it was in the 1700s. They found this depression in the ground, and they started digging down, and as they were digging down, they found every 10 feet there was this platform made, and they got down and they got to this spot where there was this stone, and this stone had these weird markings on it, and they couldn't interpret what it said. They kept digging, and then the tunnel flooded before they were able to get to the treasure that was buried deep within. And so they presidents of the United States have been a part of looking for this treasure, and people have spent their whole lives up here looking at this. And now these two brothers have kind of taken over the search, and they have really went all in, and they keep finding little clues, little bits and pieces, and they're trying to pull this whole thing together to figure out what was the purpose for all these different features that have been built on this island, and what is the meaning of all this, and is there a treasure, or what is that treasure? Well, about 4 years ago, they found this map, and it was a 13th century map, and it was made by the Templars, and it really looks like this map fits this island, and it has these different details that really kind of makes you, and supposedly this map will tell you where X marks the spot, but you have to interpret it. You have to somehow figure out what this map means so that you can find out where you're going. Every great treasure hunt, every great quest has an inception, and inception is usually laid out for you before the people who are taking the journey. It's actually laid out before them. The inception comes before the dream. Let's put it that way. The inception of this whole thing has been laid out, and there's been a design that has been laid. Now, if you look at the picture that I have here on the where this video is sitting, that's called a one-pager, by the way. If you look at that, you'll see that the Dreamer's Quest is kind of like a stair step going up, and there is inception at the foundation. And we're talking just today about the foundation. We're not talking about ideation. We're not talking about illumination. We're not talking about intention. We're not talking about imagination. We're not talking about inspiration. But if you look at that, you have design, dream, believe, dare, do, and be. And those are the results. Those are the results that you get. And the white lettering there, those are the tactics that we'll be using to get from inception to design. And so appropriation means we're going to appropriate. We're going to take it. So today we're going to unlock three secrets of what it means to find your dream. And we're going to be looking at three secrets to unraveling your dreams. These are the foundational pieces. If you were, we're going to be putting together a three-cornered puzzle, and we got the three-corner pieces. If you want to look at it that way, the foundational framework that we're going to build on. If you want to look at it that way, but these are the three secrets to unraveling your dreams. The essential building blocks to loving your life and living your legacy. And that's what Inception is all about. And so as we begin this, most of us, the Inception kind of gives you an idea of the beginning. And if we kind of step back and we all are real honest with each other and we talk about it in an honest fashion, we all feel like we're not enough or we don't have enough. We all have that feeling inside of us that says, I think I'm made for this quest. I think I want to go on this quest, but maybe I should retreat to the safety of ordinary. You see, ordinary is a mundane place. Ordinary is a place of getting up and going to work and coming home, and you get up and do the same thing again the next day, and you're not feeling fulfilled. You don't love your life. You're not living that legacy that you should be doing, and you feel like I don't have enough to step outside of ordinary. This is my place. I need to understand my place, and I need to just stay in my place. But then there's this voice deep down inside of you that keeps on saying, you're made for something else. You're made for greatness. And little flashes of the dream will pop up. And your dream is totally different from my dream, but I would have these little flashes, and I would have these moments. And so there was this, I became very, very aware of a struggle. Very young in my life, but as I got older as an adult, it got even worse. Moving from I'm just an ordinary person, I need to just accept my role, to I'm special, I'm extraordinary. And I think, man, what's wrong with me? Am I being prideful over here, or am I turning away from something there? And I was confused. I'm not enough versus I can win. I don't have enough versus I'm made for greatness. And I would struggle with this, and I'm a man of faith, I'm a minister. I would even struggle with the theology of all this. I would be going, does God really want me to enjoy life? Is that really what this is all about, or is it something I should be enduring? And I went back and forth over this for many, many years, and I struggled with this. See, I grew up an inner city kid before it was cool to be an inner city kid. In Pontiac, Michigan, I grew up in a very, very small house, a 770 square foot house. Think about that. 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 700, and there was 5 of us in our family. My brothers got expelled down to the basement, and I got the 1-bedroom when I came along. They were much older than me. My father, he was a factory worker, uneducated. He had an 8th grade education. My mom worked at General Motors in the cafeteria. She had a 6th grade education. My father's family was so poor that they actually sent him off to a CCC camp, which was part of the New Deal. It was something that they couldn't afford to have him there, so they sent him off. He lived in a barracks. He got fed 3 meals a day, and he got a place to live and a place to stay, and they paid $50 a month, 45 of which they sent back to his parents, and he had to live on $5 a month. And he did that through his teen years. Can you imagine a program like that today? The outrage of a program like that today. That was my father. what he grew up. He grew up in a sharecropper's home. My mother was also grew up in a sharecropper's home in Tennessee. You talk about poor dirt farmers. They raised cotton. They didn't have much. And I always felt like, we can rise above this. We can rise above this. And I was always pressing my dad to be more, to do more, to be more. And he had dreams. He pursued them. And I always felt like, oh, my poor dad, his life. And I didn't realize, but the last 25 years of his life he was extraordinary. And he stepped into an extraordinary life. And I didn't realize this until the very end of his life. Actually, I didn't realize it until days before he passed away. You see, my dad had been in an automobile accident. They rushed him to the hospital. They took x-rays. And when they took the x-rays, they found that he had all kinds of cancer in all of his different organs. And the accident had accelerated the conditions that he was in, and that he only had days to live. And so it fell to me to go talk to him and to tell him that he was going to be dying soon. I went into the room, and I had all these terrible feelings about it, and I was fearful to tell him, and I was sad to tell him, and I said, Dad, I got some bad news. He goes, what is it, son? And I said, Dad, you're going to be going home to heaven soon. His response, all of a sudden I realized he's on a different plane than I am. His response was this. It was like, oh boy, that's great. Can you get the grandkids here? And I was blown away. It's like, how can you say that? And as a few days later, I was talking about my father at his funeral, doing his eulogy. I realized that as I was writing this eulogy, that he had, in the last 25 years of his life, he'd become an ordinary man. He was very ordinary. He was a very, very common, ordinary guy. Give him a bowl of ice cream, and he thought that was the greatest thing ever. He was very, very ordinary. But on the other side, he was extraordinary. He built 2 houses in the last 25 years, and paid for them. He ran. He was an avid runner. He won all kinds of trophies and medals and different things like that. He took up bowling, and he got so good at bowling that he quit. He said that after his second 300 game, he said, I'm done. That's it. I'm going to move on. And so he moved on to golf. Now, he never conquered golf. He was terrible at golf. But anyways, that being said, he lived an extraordinary life, and he was loving his life, and he found that his purpose was to pour into his 3 sons and to his grandchildren. And that was his purpose, and that was his dream, and that's what he was doing, and he just loved that. Where are you if you are right now today, you were to find out I have days to live? Could you say, oh boy, that's great? And I realized at that point in my life, I needed to do something. I needed to change something. I needed to find out what his secret was, and I needed to find it out quick. And so I looked at and began to look at his life, and I began to study his life and study my life and the things that I had learned. And I found out that the Inception, I was putting all this pressure on myself to figure out this big thing that I was supposed to do, when I found out 3 things. Now, my favorite book happens to be the Bible. And in the Bible, there's a book called Psalms, and in 119, Psalms 119, you will find these 3 secrets, and they're dumped in there. And then here's the first one: is this: you are designed on purpose. It says there in that passage, David says this. He says, "You are knit together. You are knit together for a purpose." You see, if you was to look at DNA. And did you realize that your DNA, that there are 9 billion cells that are reproduced every day, and there's this constant turning over. And what they do is there's these little machines that go inside, that are working inside of every cell, and they take the DNA and they split it in half, and they flip one side over, and there's another machine that starts producing another strand over here. Now this one, it comes over like this, and the machine does it in reverse because it has to be built backwards because of the end of it. And so there's these two machines in there, and there's all these different machines. There's a machine that is actually splitting together. And if you look at that, you realize that there is a knitting that's taking place. It's happening over, you're being recreated each and every day by your DNA, and you are designed on purpose. You are one of a kind. There's never going to be one like you ever again, and there never has been one like you before. And you were designed on purpose. You were knit together. The second thing is that you were designed with purpose. And now it goes on, and he says that we're woven. And I believe that what you take the fabric, the knitted part, you knit the whatever it is together, and then you weave it together to make something. So maybe you weave it into making a rug, or you weave the threads together here to make a shirt, to make the cloth to make a shirt. But you are knit, and you are woven, and you are brought together, and you are woven for a reason. I believe that this is a reference to time and space. You are woven into this time and at this place in time for a reason. And that brings me to the third piece here, and that is that you are designed for a purpose. He goes on and talks about his story. He says, my story's been written in your book before I ever drew a breath. Do you understand that your story, you have been knit together exactly on purpose. You were woven into this time and place, and that you have a story that is, if I may say it this way, you have a script, and you have a role in that script. Now, you can choose to accept that script or reject that script. You have all the artistic license to how you're going to interpret that role and how you're going to play that role. And maybe you're an Oscar winner, maybe you are terrible at it, but that is the script that you have been given, and you have complete control of whether or not you're actually going to achieve that script or how you're going to play that script. But it is your story, it is your script. And so your design, and that role is a hero's role. Now, let's go back and talk about my dad. My dad's hero's role was to be the hero to his sons and to be a hero to his grandkids. And he stepped into that in the last 25 years of his life. Now, he was a hard man. He was a hard drinker, a cusser, a smoker. I mean, you talk about, he was in the Navy, and he was every bit of what you would think of when the Navy comes to shore. That's who my dad was. And he came into the life, and it was not until the last 25 years of his life that he began to realize that he was designed to be a hero to his kids and to his grandkids. And that is where he got great joy. See, he started running because my brother was a very, very good runner. He ran a national championship meet in community colleges back. He was a championship runner. I ran cross country in high school and college, and that's why my dad picked up running. He was wanting to be a part of what my brothers and I were doing. He coached football. He coached baseball. He was always about that, and he learned how to step into our lives and to be heroes that way. And so you can see that this whole thing starts to come together, and it starts to pull together a foundation. And when he realized that his design was that he wanted to give us something that he didn't have, which was a stable family and a home that we could always come home to. you start to see how all these pieces start to come together. His life that he grew up with versus our life now. So as you are thinking about this whole idea, I would like for you to take a look at this page here. And so if you look here, it says that you are designed on purpose, you knit together. And if you say, who are you? Well, what does your design look like when it comes to your knit together? What are the things that are your strengths? Let's live in the area of strengths. And you are designed for a purpose. You are designed with purpose. So let's look at what is the meaning. Who are you in this time and place? Where have you been plopped into? What are the low-hanging fruit that this is what I am? This is where I am right now. And I'm at this time in this place. Who are you? In regards to that, and then you are designed for a purpose. What's your story? What's your script? You see, my script was growing up in the inner city. My dad's script was growing up as a sharecropper. What is your story, and what is your role, and what does that bring? And what is your hero's role? What is that little glimpse of things that you are today? And as you start to pull these pieces together, you start to realize that this is going to give you more clarity toward understanding your dream. And there's more steps to this. We have to talk about ideation and awakening to the dream. We have to talk about illumination and believing in your dream. The intention, and that's daring to achieve your dream. Imagination is to do your dream and achieving your dream in your way, and inspiration is advancing, and it's being the dream, and taking full ownership of it and being able to complete your dream. So you can see as the Dreamer's Quest goes forward, we're going to be building on this, but we're going to be building on this whole idea of design, and we're going to be moving forward. Now, in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a book there, and the book is the Dreamer's Quest Guidebook. This is an e-book that I put together. It's kind of like a supplement to where you're at right now in this journey of understanding the Dreamer's Quest and understanding this process. This is going to give you more of the language that I use, and help you understand a little bit more what I mean by all these different things that I've put in this video here. And it's a step moving forward to, I have a book that you can pick up. It's Awakening the Dreamer's Quest. You can find it on Amazon or Barnes & Nobles or Books A Million or Walmart, and any online outlet. You can find the book. It's by Philip B. Johnson, Awakening the Dreamer's Quest, and you can buy the complete book if you want. This is kind of like it tells the story of the book, and it's short. I think it's 33 pages or something like that. The full book is 250 pages, somewhere around there, and that's also available. And I'm going to, because you've entered into this, I'm going to be sending you out some emails to kind of reiterate this messages that I've been giving here, and to build forward. So those emails, you look for those in your inbox. They'll be coming soon. You may want to whitelist me. It's phil@coachingsum.org. You'll be getting emails from it. So if you whitelist it, it won't go in your spam or into your promotions. You can get them so that you can get a look at those, and you might want to do that. Anyways, now, all that's housekeeping out of the way. Let's just talk for a second here. those 3 secrets of unraveling your dream. There is no, you are not an accident. You are designed on purpose. You are not junk. You are not throwaway. You are something very, very special. You are designed with purpose. You have been placed at this time in this place for a reason, and you need to step into your role, into your hero's role, and you are designed for a purpose, and that purpose is to achieve greatness in this role. So as you move forward, I always in my videos the same way, and it is this: I believe in you, and I believe in your dream, and that's because I know that you were designed by the Creator, and He has something special for you. I look forward to being a part of your journey, and I look forward to hearing about your journey. We look forward to being of any help that we can. And like I said before, I believe in you, and I believe in your dream. Have a great day. Make a great day.